So, what's next for AARO after the departure of Sean Kirkpatrick? What will become of Sean Kirkpatrick? Let's discuss. Get in here. This is Jack with Cosmic Road. I talk about UFOs and the paranormal. Please hit like, please subscribe, share on social media, and let me know what you think in the comments below. Okay, let's just get right to it. This is from a post by UFO Joe Mergia, who says, a few weeks ago, somebody was nice enough to tell me the name of the new head of AARO. Well, that sounds juicy. They heard it from a trusted source, so it's secondhand for me. If accurate, it's a name we would all recognize, and I think be happy with. So who could that be? Jay Stratton, Lou Elizondo, some have said Chris Mellon potentially. Who do you think Joe was talking about here? Joe goes on to say, the person who told me isn't from my usual cast of sources over the years. As of right now, I haven't had this name verified by anybody else, so we'll have to wait until it's official to see if this person is the one. I have no idea when anything will be announced, but if Kirkpatrick is really leaving, I would think the DoD will share that information via a press release. And Mike Colangelo says, hey Joe, I was thinking, do you know the name of the new head of AARO? I was hoping you could be a bit more clear in your post. Yeah, right? And Joe responds, Eric Walker Jr. And Mike says, Walker, Texas Ranger? What is it with you UFO guys and these cryptic responses? Not everybody was happy with that response, so Joe replies, it was over your head, and Mike was joking, it went over your head. So, so Eric Walker Jr. is some sort of joke. I don't quite get it. I remember Walker, Texas Ranger, but that wasn't the main character's name. That was actually my dad's favorite show. So, who do you think will be the new head of AARO? Somebody we're familiar with. So, obviously my mind goes to the cast of characters that we are familiar with, or at least that I am. Chris Mellon, Lou Elizondo, and Jay Stratton seem like logical picks, but, those are just wild guesses. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Now, Susan Goff has released a statement from the Pentagon a couple of days ago saying Dr. Kirkpatrick remains the director of AARO. He is not currently employed by Oak Ridge National Laboratory because that's where some people think that he is transitioning to. We have no AARO personnel announcements to make at this time. Christopher Sharp says, as always, you need to read between the lines. If Kirkpatrick was scheduled to leave AARO next week, then this statement would still be true. And there is some interesting little drama about them deleting some information about Kirkpatrick with Oak Ridge National Laboratories. Staff profile Sean Kirkpatrick. There you go. And then they apparently deleted that on the 2nd of November. They don't want us to know that he's going to Oak Ridge National Labs. These guys right here, the world's premier research institution, empowering leaders and teams to pursue breakthroughs in an environment marked by operational excellence and engagement with communities where we live and work. Also worth noting, Oak Ridge National Labs, managed by Battelle. And so we're talking about companies that have been involved in UFO crash retrievals, reverse engineering, and may even indeed have bodies of these beings that they have been studying. And I've reported on that before. So that is who Sean Kirkpatrick looks like he is going to. He is coming from SAIC, where he was probably engaged in some UFO technology research, and he is transitioning to another company doing much the same. And in the interim, he spent a nice refreshing break at AARO disseminating disinformation about UFOs. So, so that is what we know so far about the lovely Dr. Sean Kirkpatrick, what his replacements might be, and where he is going. Okay, so what else is going on in the UFO news? Well, Tiffany Gomez, the plane lady, is back on the prowl. She's got a new tell-all interview up, and I'll link to it, and you can watch it at your leisure or listen to it at your leisure. I haven't had time to dive into it yet, but I guess here is the pertinent quote, where she says, I didn't see anything. I got in a bit of an altercation. It got a little bit out of control. It was not my best moment. So I guess she didn't see an alien aboard the plane, or if she did, she's not saying, because she does say something else here. There was just a really bad energy, she explained, and I don't want to get into all of the details of that. It's ongoing, and it's probably not the smartest to get into that. So, ongoing negative energy. Now, my mind goes back to UFOs and attachments and hitchhikers and, abductions and stuff like that, but that's probably not what she's talking about. But, it is interesting that she is clarifying what happened aboard that plane and seeming to suggest that it was not an alien encounter. But let me know what you think in the comments below. Meanwhile, Timothy Alberino has an update. As many of us know, that he went to Peru with his team to, film or document what's going on there, try to get some answers for us, and apparently also to help the locals. And so he's giving us a little update. He says, "Let me be clear, I did not capture Pelicaris, the face peelers, on camera. My mission was to supply the village with strategic technology, including night vision goggles with recording capabilities, and investigate the phenomenon. The results of the investigation will be discussed in the forthcoming debrief." So yeah, I can't wait for Timothy to get back and, give us the scoop about what he uncovered in Peru. He has before said that what it was disturbing. So I will be very curious to see what he has to say. I'm really glad that he's trying to help out the locals, giving them some higher tech to document what they are experiencing. And what they are experiencing is still going on. This is a UFO over a quarry in Peru. Hard to say if this is in any way related to the attacks going on there, but it does seem to be alien activity there.
Mira, ¿viste? ¿Viste? Ya, pero mira, puta, mira, lo caso, weón.
Yeah, if you watch this video, the thing seems to change shape or something as it goes. I'm really kind of thinking that whatever the attacks are, they might actually be carried out by humans with high technology. But none of what's going on down there with the attacks really makes a lot of sense. There you can see it kind of seem to morph or change shapes. Or is that just a different angle on it? I don't know. Could that be caused by some mundane reasons? Could that be drones or balloons? Who knows? Who knows? Whatever's going on down there doesn't seem to have an explicable reason. They're not doing anything that makes any sense. They're not after anything. Maybe organ harvesting, I guess. But yeah, I don't know what's going on in Peru. I don't really buy organ harvesting. That doesn't make any sense. I think if you have flying saucers, you probably don't need the spare change that you would get, the comparative spare change that you would get from organ harvesting. Surely there are easier ways to make money if you have alien technology and better ways. You could do all sorts of stuff if you had that level of technology. They've got UFOs. They can teleport or jump around like popcorn, apparently, according to the locals. So, I don't know what the heck is going on down there, but it involves some high technology and no clear explanation, at least none that I have found. I really hope that Timothy Alberino is able to shed some light on at least some motivations behind what's going on. Here's yet another UFO over Peru, and thanks, hat tip to Matt for recommending this video to me and sending this to me. I really appreciate it. Definitely a weird flying object over Peru, and you can hear the locals in the background talking.
Ahora está yendo ese. Es extraterrestre. Ya, ahí saquen escopeta.
They're laughing, so they don't seem to be too alarmed. But what in the world is that thing? Is it participating in the attacks on the people? Is it an alien trying to help the people from the attacks? Are these drones? Is that some sort of human technology? Like I say, the people there are laughing, not seeming too alarmed by it. but really, really interesting nonetheless. So there you go. There's today's UFO news roundup. Let me know what you guys think about all this in the comments below. And if you've enjoyed this video, give me a big thumbs up. I sure appreciate it. Smash the subscribe button and the bell to be notified of future videos. You don't want to miss a thing. And join me on social media. There's Facebook and Twitter links below. I would love to see you guys there. If you wanted to support Cosmic Road in an even bigger way, please grab a coffee mug or a t-shirt, see the merch store below, or become a channel member. Channel members are rock stars, and I really appreciate you guys' support. Thank you. Meanwhile, there are plenty of other videos to check out on the channel, and I'll see you guys next time. This is Jack with Cosmic Road, signing out.